The following test which is being shown in this infant, where do you basically do that? So this is the test. Newborn baby. The moment he came into this world, he's thinking, भाई NEET होगा या next होगा, मैं next लिखना या NEET लिखना, नहीं तो running race लगा के मुझे सीट दे देगा. So he is thinking about it. Life is very tough, doctor, right? So sometimes I feel हमको सीट कैसे मिला? At least those days, about 19 years or 20 years back, it was relatively easier. So आजकल तो परेशान कर रहे हैं, हर एक साल एक नया स्कीम आ रहे हैं, right? ऑल इंडिया जाके NEET PG जाके नेक्स्ट जाके और क्या आएगा मालूम नहीं, हाँ? So don't worry about all those things. Ultimately एग्जाम तो रहेगा, नॉलेज तो रहना है, and application of the knowledge you have to be good with, right, doc? So now Sara Kadari is proposing inborn errors of metabolism, and most of you are absolutely right, doctor. It is called as a dried blood drop. It is called dried blood drop is the one which you need to remember, which is done for inborn errors of metabolism. The patient is having bilateral proptosis. He is being investigated and it is being identified and a biopsy is being done. Now tell me, doc, what are you able to see in this biopsy in a proptotic child, proptotic patient? So good to see 90 online students. Badhiya. Another 10 students को लाओ. हम आप सबको ई चाय पिलाएंगे, राइट? ई कॉफी, राइट? साउथ इंडिया फिल्टर कॉफी पिलाएंगे, राइट? सो अर्घा साहा इज प्रपोजिंग सी. हर्षित गौड़ा बराबर बोल रहे. एंटोनी बॉडीज, absolutely right, doctor. So you should remember it is schwannoma. Most of you, Madhu, where are you clean bowled, Madhu? You thought it as rhabdomyosarcoma. Achha, because of the proptosis, eh? Oh, slight miss, no problem, right? Huh. But histology wise, you should look for. Even rhabdomyosarcoma also lead to proptosis. That's what we should remember. Now, doc, this following peripheral smear which you are able to see, बेटा अर्जुन, आपको क्या दिख रहा है? इसमें क्या दिख रहा है? इसको क्या कहते हैं? What are these called as? And these are all seen in all these conditions except question number 14. Yes, doc. Give one confident answer. Shilpa is saying, sir, blood cells को tears हो रहा है, tears हो रहा है, right? Very good. They are called teardrop cells. They are found in all these conditions except what? Give an answer, doctor. Shilpa proposes C, and Shanmati proposes D, and Vishalakshi is proposing C. Badhiya. So if there is any problem in that, what you get is called as teardrop cells, and let me choose the pen color. Okay, yes. Now, doc, why do you get, the correct answer is C, absolutely. So why do we get teardrop cells? Whenever there is any myelofibrosis, myelofibrosis का मीनिंग क्या है? बोन मैरो में you are having the erythropoietic cells. So there is a lot of fibrosis in that. It is unable to produce blood cells anymore. So when the bone marrow is unable to produce, then who will produce? Liver will produce. Similarly, spleen will produce. So when liver or spleen is producing, what is that condition called? Extramedullary hematopoiesis. So when the extramedullary hematopoiesis is happening, The liver is like stepmother. Bone marrow is like amma, love of mother, the purest form of love. So इसको बाइकॉनकेव डिस्क बना के रिलीज करने के लिए टाइम रहता. बोन मैरो अगर हिमेटोपोइसिस कर रहे तो, अगर लिवर इफ इट इज डूइंग hematopoiesis, it is like the stepmother. So the little girl Sita going to school, if it is mother, what she will say? Beta Sita, तेरा हेयर सेट कर रहा हूँ, अच्छा टिफिन बॉक्स में क्या क्या है बताएगा और खाओ बोल के बोलेगा. स्टेपमदर क्या करेगा? She will give a slap and say, get out, time for going to school. So liver, which is the extramedullary hematopoietic site, is like that. It doesn't have time, it doesn't have taste, it doesn't have energy, it doesn't have patience to create a biconcave disc. इसलिए जब सीता स्कूल को निकलती है क्या आएगा? टीयर्स आएगा. So teardrop cells are a sign of extramedullary hematopoiesis, which typically happens in myelodysplastic syndrome, myelofibrosis and myelothesis. Myelothesis का मतलब क्या होता है? There are metastases happening into the bone marrow. When the bone marrow is flooded with a lot of metastasis, then the bone marrow is not having any ability to do erythropoiesis. So that kind of an anemia, which is due to the metastasis destroying the erythropoietic tissue, is called as myelothesic anemia, is what you have to basically remember. Right, very good. So that is the story, doctor. Now this is also called dacryocyte. Dacryo का मतलब क्या है? It is crying, right? So now let's take up the question number 15. This is the patient. This is the patient. You are able to see his fingers, nails, and there is a endoscopy. He is also having dysphagia. She is having dysphagia. So what is your answer, doctor? So Pratik, Deepika, Suraj, they're all proposing except TIBC. Obviously it is a case of Plummer-Vinson syndrome. Absolutely. Sesha Gopalan perfectly bataya. So yesterday Sesha Gopalan said that, sir, video rakho. So we honored that point. At least quiz part rakh diya. So all these image based quizzes that we have, doc, we will try to retain it. We will try to retain it, and we will try to remove the core discussion of the topics, so that our intention is you will come back and then have a subscription in the onlinembbs.com and try to do the revision there. So that's the reason we try to remove that. So please feel free to buy a subscription. I know that classes are evening classes, we have a free time, but for you to do a good revision, take the online mock test and then see how good you are progressing. And the 120-day program is like according to a calendar. Day 1 about 8 to 10 topics, day 2 8 to 10 topics, like that. So आपको personal discipline आना है. The whole purpose of coaching is to get a personal discipline, motivation to prepare for the entrance, right? So let's make the great beginning. Question number 15, most of you are saying B, absolutely. Iron deficiency may TIBC is elevated is what you need to remember. So what is the combination, doc? You have Plummer-Vinson syndrome, and Plummer-Vinson में आपको रहेगा, yeah, I need to change the slide color, yeah. Plummer-Vinson में आपको रहेगा dysphagia, iron deficiency, esophageal webs is what you need to remember. No, doc. Absolutely. Rajit Shaw is also saying the same. A depressed patient came with the history of sudden onset of dyspnea. chest X-ray shows bilateral diffuse infiltrates, predominant involvement of right middle and lower lobes. He could not be saved despite a treatment, and an autopsy, the lungs appeared normal grossly, and the histopathology has been shown to you. दिल लगा के देखो हिस्टोपैथोलॉजी में आपको क्या दिख रहा है. So based on that, what is your diagnosis is the examiner's question. Yes, doc. Should your very good, 95, another 5 more students. So please put this YouTube channel link in all the social media that you are the member. There are so many Telegram groups, and there are so many WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, etc., etc. To even offer a free treatment or a free coaching also, doctor, you need to do branding. We don't have money for advertising. Always we say our own students are our brand ambassadors. Because last 20 years, there are thousands of students who took coaching. We don't boast very big way. Because I always consider when the students get a top rank, it is their own effort, a good effort. Maybe I did 1 or 2 cents of work to inspire them. That's the only credit that we can take. But it is you. And once more, what the formula that worked for you may not work for your brother. But generally, a lot of students, I could get an opportunity to inspire them or contribute a little bit to their concepts. So that is the reason, doctor, you are our brand ambassador. Now, yes, so you should remember it is B, absolutely, most of you are B. It is a vegetative matter aspiration pneumonia. Einstein's equation is asking, sir, where are these things are uploaded? So Einstein, please give a call to our helpline number, and they'll be more than happy. Einstein equation is our paid student. So, please call the helpline, and they will tell you what is the folder in which they got uploaded. Right, doc. Now, let's take up the next question. What is the origin of the hematological condition whose peripheral smear is being shown to you? This is a very important clue. You have done a peripheral smear, elderly person, gone for a routine checkup, no symptoms, at most he may have infection, and the peripheral smear has shown this. So, first of all, what is this condition? What are these cells in the peripheral smear called as? Right? What are these cells in the peripheral smear are called as? So, very good. 98 online students. 2 more chahiye humko. 2 aa gaya to call your friends. Right? 100. Then I'll take a screenshot as a memory. Right? So, we used to have in October, November, 400-500 students attending online live. बहुत मजा आया last year. So the same feeling we should have. Excellent. Ranjit Shah, Vishal Lakshi, or Bob. 105. I need to take a quick photo of this so that it will remain as a memory. Super duper, doctor. Thank you all for bringing a lot of new students with 103 century. We made a century, right? So every day we should make double century, triple century, and enjoy a good learning evening and get activated for preparation. Very good, doctor. Now, these are called smudge cells. Smudge cells are those fragile CLL lymphocytes. When you are preparing the smear, they become broken down. So typically a feature of CLL. So let me check what are the, how many, very good, Sesha Gopalan is our mass mover. So he is going to bring a lorry full of medical students. Abhi, very good, very good. So now the question is, yeah. So doc, their CLL originates from naive B cells in interfollicular zone. This one important topic, doctor. Leukemia, lymphoma may you should not do wrong. Sudha was clean bold, but no worries. Sudha Shukla is absolutely good. Very good. Very good. Now, a 14-year-old boy, right eye proptosis and upward displacement of the globe. A firm mass was palpable in the inferior part of the right orbit. So which investigation will help you in arriving at the diagnosis of chloroma is a very important question. So this is the proptosis, and on biopsy you found a chloroma. Yes. So where do you typically see which investigation will help you to arrive at the diagnosis? Excellent. Ritu Raj is proposing peripheral smear. Peripheral smear. Then Vishalakshi thinks peripheral. Arga Saha also. Excellent. And Abdul Sabur is saying, sir, you are doing a great job. Definitely. You guys tell that you will come every day and bring a lot of your friends. हम अक्टूबर सितंबर में मिडनाइट मसाला प्रोग्राम भी चलाएंगे. Night 12 o'clock to morning 3 o'clock we will have a 3 hours of a non-stop review of MCQs, right? So as the exam is nearing, we can do a lot, because morning is a little, patients will call and lot of disturbances will be there. We as medical students are quite often nocturnal creatures, right? So that time we will try to spend more time in discussing. Last moment में हम critical questions बोल के एक session conduct करेंगे अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर में. Only critical questions which you must need to do the revision. So 100 questions रोज हम review करेंगे. But what I am telling you is, please enroll into our paid program also, whatever the fee that you can pay, so that once you join a paid subscription, that helps us to run this organization, which is a challenge. A lot of people, their salaries need to be paid, multimedia guys and so many things, right? So let us, so it is a peripheral smear. Now, in a hilly area, male patient presented with fever and splenomegaly. Sudha is also saying, sir, we will go in a war footing in an exam fever the moment that October, November, December comes. Very good, very good. Right. So, Harshit Gowda is asking the link for paying the fee. Kindly give a call to the helpline and they will give you the admission, right? Whatever the fee you can pay, no worries. What is affordable for you, right? Now, your question number 19. Ritu is proposing erythropoietin estimation. Absolutely right. So, आपको ये peripheral smear में क्या दिख रहा है? What you are able to see? These are metamyelocytes, doctor. So, these are the metamyelocytes. Metamyelocytes, along with a high TLC count and the hemoglobin being 16, points the diagnosis towards polycythemia rubra vera is what you have to basically remember. Now, doc, yes, a 30-year-old male patient. Now, before that, I forgot to ask you a question. Okay, you have done erythropoietin estimation. What will become the erythropoietin if it is polycythemia rubra vera? Will EPO elevate or will EPO decrease? Will EPO elevate or EPO will be decreased in case of the polycythemia rubra vera? Satya Snigdha Tripathi asked a very interesting question. Sir, why not JAK mutation? By JAK mutation karne ke pehle, what is the protocol? You have to decide whether it is a primary polycythemia, which is the problem in the bone marrow, a myeloproliferative condition. Since he comes from a hilly area, you want to know whether it is a secondary polycythemia. So how can you differentiate the two? If you do EPO, erythropoietin, if it is secondary polycythemia, it is elevated. If it is a primary polycythemia, it is decreased. So that is the first investigation. That's what you need to remember. Gotcha? That's good. That's good. So, 30-year-old male patient, severe dyspnea, mitral stenosis, LA hypertrophy, vegetations on mitral valve, and you have done the excision and histology is being shown to you. Chavai, what is your answer for that? Right. So, Satya Snigdha, I always, Satya Snigdha is our most proactive student. अच्छा comments लिखते हैं lecture सुनने के बाद. So, under the video you have a PowerPoint, under the PowerPoint you have a comment section. So into that you can upload your own handwritten notes also in the onlinembbs.com video library. So please do that so that we get a lot of inputs from you. While you are listening lecture, always you can make a quick note and you can be able to click it up. So Harshit Gowda says rheumatic fever and it is the Ashkoff nodule. Absolutely right.